Welcome back. Now this is the video lecture for the tutorial session which you will perform in the class. So in this session I'm going to explain the statistical significance, tutorial on statistical significance. So let me open this. So under this, that is under statistical significance, what you are going to do, you are going to perform two tasks. The first task is performing statistical significance on two sample data, that is two sample test, and then contingency tables. So under this you will be performing chi-square test. So let me start the first tutorial page, that is two sample test. So what you are going to do in the first section, from here you can see what you are doing. You are repeating the same activities, that is creating the set in this location, that is project CIS 2168 tutorials, and you will create a new directory week 05 in this at this location, and then you will use the command cd and the directory name. So under this directory what you are going to do, CIS 2168, that is at this location projects CIS 2168 tutorials, and then week 05, what you will do, you should copy basic underscore weblog file, and there is one more CSV file which you will use in this tutorial, and it is garden underscore data dot CSV. So you need to keep this file in the same directory, that is in week number 05. You will get this file from the cloud, shared cloud, and then you can put this file in the week 0 directory. After that you can open atom. Here you can see atom is given, so you can open atom, and then you will move to this location, project CIS 2168 tutorial in 05 week 05, and then there create Python file 2 underscore sample dot py. So this is 2 underscore sample dot py file, and then start writing the code. So here you can see this code snippet has 3 sections. So this line number 1, line number 2, 3 and 4 are nothing but using the library for writing the program, because you are going to use some predefined functions in your program, and these predefined functions are explained in these libraries. So you need to import all these libraries first. So you know about this library, import seaborn library, you have already used in earlier weeks. You are aware about matplotlib library for creating the plot. You know about pandas. So from panda we are interested in using read underscore CSV file for reading this file, that is this file, or you can say this file which you have taken, which you have copied from cloud. And here you can see we are using read underscore CSV and the name of the CSV file, and then using the print statement we are simply printing this data which we got from this CSV file. Next, what we are doing, we are extending this code further by adding these 3 lines. So these 3 lines, what we are doing, we are creating plot for garden A, garden B, that is list variable. This is list variable because these data are given in the square bracket, so this is list variable, and then using plot dot get figure we are saving this figure. So the name of the plot will be garden underscore box plot dot png. We are creating a box plot, and you will see this plot in the directory, that is in week 05, which you have created here. So we are extending the same code again. So far you can see the code till here in this code snippet. Now we added two more plots. So this is the plot for garden A and this is the code instructions given for B. So we are creating three plots. So this is garden underscore plot dot png. This is the first plot. Then garden underscore distribution plot for A, sample A, and garden underscore distribution plot for sample B. So when you will run this code, what you will do, you will be able to see the data because you are using print statement for the data. So data will get displayed on your terminal and three graphs will be saved in the week 0 directory. The first name of the first graph will be this garden underscore box plot dot png. The name of the second graph will be garden underscore distribution plot underscore a dot png. And the name of the third plot will be garden underscore distribution plot underscore b dot png. Now what we are doing, we are extending this code little further. So far you have already seen the code till this point. Now one more line is added to print the data given in A and garden B. Now here this part is for the significance level. So here you can see p values used, which I already explained in part 2 video lecture of statistical significance. So this is 5% chance of seeing the difference, here 1% chance of seeing the difference, here 0.1% chance of seeing the difference. So in the first case you are 95% confident, in the second case you are 99% level of confidence is there, and here the level of confidence is 99.99%. and then you are trying to what we are doing, we are including all these things in the program, and then we are extending. So here till this is for the first plot, this is for the second plot, this is for the third plot for B, and then we are using print statement statistics dot Leverin function, and this is for t-test. So this code, the last print statement is for the t-test, and the working of this function is how this is working. All these things are explained here, so you need to just follow the instructions to understand this code and how this t-test is working. It is explained for here for comparing this sample and this sample. So here this t-test we are applying to test two samples, that is sample A and sample B. And in order to test these two samples, what we will do, we will create hypothesis H0 and H1, and then we will use the p-value to compute the t-test to compare the p-value which we get by implementing this code. So you can see the statistic value is the t-test which you will calculate, and we can basically ignore it. The p-value is interpreted, so here you will use p-value to interpret the data. So this code is further expanded here. So you can see this line is added for the t-test to check the equivariance, if it is false or it is true. This function is added. So you can see here Wells t-test. So what you will do, you will simply add this statement, that is it is false. If it is false, then what will happen, hypothesis will be true or false. We will check based on the p-value. So this is what we are doing here in this tutorial. In this tutorial page, we are performing three things. Number one is we are interested in reading the CSV file and then printing. This is the first activities we are doing in this page. Then secondly, we are creating plots. So we are in here we have created one plot, then we added two more plots here, and then we are using p-values to analyze the results for the t-test. So we are conducting the third activity is, so first activity is reading the data, second activity is creating the plot, third activity is performing t-test. So here you can see this is the t-test command, is function is given, t-test underscore individual and for data sample A and sample B. So we are applying t-test for first sample and for the second sample, and to derive a conclusion we use this p-value, and all these things are explained here. So you need to read all these statements to understand what is happening in this program. So basically the rough statement, roughly I can say that we are comparing the data given in this sample, that is garden A first sample, garden B is the second sample, and we are using t-test to test these two samples. And then we are using this statement, these functions, to calculate the t-value using the Wells t-test. And then we have extended this program for other. So this is for t-test, this is for one more test will Cox on test for sample A and sample B. So what is this test is explained here. So it is very similar to t-test, and it is non-parametric test. Next page is for chi-square test or chi-square test. So what you will do here, you will use some function to perform chi-square test. So this statement is for import numpy, and this one is for importing stats from this library. So data is equal to numpy dot array. So we are using this array and then we are printing it. So it will print something like this. Then we are extending this code further by adding contingency function, and then we are printing the value for chi-square test and for p-value. So chi-square test will display the result at 0 location, and p-value will display the result at location number 1 from this list variable, from this function, and that's it. So you can just read this paragraph to understand what is happening in these two lines. So that's all in this tutorial. So all in all, you are applying 3 tests in this tutorial. So initially you are reading the data from the CSV file. Number 1 activities you are doing. Number 2 activity which you are doing is you are creating the plot for the samples, that is for garden underscore A sample and garden underscore B sample. Third activities which you are doing is you are applying statistical test. So for statistical test on 2 samples you are applying t-test and Wilkinson test, and then you are creating this program and you are applying this program for performing chi-square test. So all in all 3 tests you are doing, and you have created plot. You have used functions to read the data from the CSV file. So that's all in this session, and during the tutorial session you will implement all these programming code to test they are working, these codes are working fine or not. So that's all. Thank you very much. One more thing I would like to share before closing the session, this video lecture. In this week you are going to perform 2 tasks. So task number 5 you are going to perform, which will contain 5 questions, and then you are performing task 6 also. So all in all you are going to complete 2 tasks this week, task 5 and task 6, and both the task contains 5 questions in each task. Thank you very much, and I will brief you about these tasks in detail during the tutorial session. Thank you.